love bugs? Welcome to yet another fabulous episode of a season 4 Love Honey. So today I wanted to take things a little differently because for September, each show I had a guest. We did Pride. We did, some very informative suicide prevention. So now it's time to really just have fun, and I want to kind of do something a little different. I want to bring in my co-host Siri, and I want to see what topics are trending out there, some informative things for you guys. I want to comment, and I may call a couple folks to see how they feel about the issue. Just to kind of enlighten the community of what's going on. I'll be right back with Siri. Hi world, it's me, Lorraine.
The queen of laughter, the queen of giving, the queen of believing, the queen of talk. The queen of laughter, the queen of giving, the queen of believing, the queen of talk. The queen of laughter, the queen of giving, the queen of believing, the queen of talk.
Like me on Facebook at www.facebook.com/The Lorrainbow Show. So welcome back. So like I said, today's going to be a very an informative show. I'm going to reach out to our fabulous co-host, Miss Sari, honey, and we're going to see what's going on. How many transsexuals have been murdered in 2015?
Let me think about that. Here's what I found on the web for how many transsexuals have been murdered in 2015.
This is another serious issue that I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about, because when I'm seeing this on Facebook, and I want to give a quick shout out to Russell Simmons, hip-hop royalty. I'm talking about the creator of Def Jam, somebody who has inspired the nation of the urban community. Every time that there's a trans murder, it is shared on his page with his condolences and prayer to the family. This just goes to show that if such an iconic hip-hop legend such as Russell Simmons can emphasize that it's happening out there and it shouldn't be happening, but these trans individuals have such a beautiful life to live, and they're getting murdered because of their sexual gender, who they want to be, who they want to live to be. That's what I'm like gagging. One thing that I'm a strong believer on is I believe on that we could be who we want to be, and we should be who we want to be. But when we put ourselves in those situations that, listen, just because I accept trans doesn't mean that the next guy's going to accept trans living. The next woman's not going to accept trans living. So what I'm saying is that you don't have to broadcast your business out there. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, I'm trans and I'm this and I'm that. Because you're entitled to that secrecy. You are, because that's your secret. But when you are getting sexually involved with these men who are not pro-trans, you have to be careful. You have to let them know it is what it is. I'm trans. Take it or leave it. And having sex with them, then letting them know, is what a lot of times often happen. And that's when these trans innocent women are not so innocent, are getting murdered. And it's getting ridiculous. It's getting out of control. There are a slew of trans advocates out there that are speaking on this. You got Jenner, you got T.S. Madison, you got Carmen, Lorraine Cox, Janet Mock. You got so many productive trans women in this industry that are speaking on the behalf of those trans out there that are playing with Russian roulette, honey. Listen, if you're going to hook up with trade, be careful. I do it all the time, but I'm careful. Listen, your life isn't worth a piece of It really isn't, girls. Listen, protect yourself. If you're going to be sexually involved with these trades, let them know. You can't prevent what's going to happen, but you can do your due diligence by letting them know what it is before they have the opportunity to make that decision whether they want to sleep with a trans woman or not. Because honestly, trans women are the most beautiful women on this earth. I've seen some of these trans women that make me gag and make me want to be a lesbian, honey. No shade. So it's like you can't fault a guy. A guy's going to be a guy. They tend to think with that and not this. So trans women, my beautiful transgendered women, be careful when you're out there and you're misgendering yourself to these men. And I'm not saying misgendering in a bad way, because I'm sure people are going to read me for that. What I'm saying is that if you're going to be sexually involved with a man, let the man make the decision by knowing exactly what they're getting into. Because there's a lot of homophobic men out there who feel that sleeping with a trans woman makes them gay, and they want to go crazy and start killing women or trans women because they don't want them to tell their secret. So girl, I watch Snapped. Watch that show, honey. I relate those crazy women to, it could be anything, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that they're crazy in a bad way, but them women, they snap. Men do things to them that make them snap. And there's no reason for these trans women who are dying at 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's not worth the cock, honey. Trust me. And I'm not saying that's the only reason why the trans community has a spike in murders, because it's just ignorant folk out there. But I can kind of be a realist and say, and be comfortable to say a lot of it is because they're not allowing the man that they're hooking up with to understand what it is that they're getting involved in by not being completely honest about their sexual gender. That's all I'm saying. And women, I do it all the time, but I do emphasize, I let them know straight up, I am not no female. This is what you can get, and this is what you're going to expect. I'm very discreet about it, of course, and I'm sure these women were as well. But men don't like to hear that when they're being tricked into having sex with a trans. So women, again, please, please, please protect yourself with that, okay? So what I'm going to do, let me call somebody and let's talk. Let's see. Let's see who is... let's call Ephraim Adams. Let's see what he's doing, honey. We'll talk about Janet.
I'm in rehearsals. Can you just call my regular phone number?
Actually, no, because I wanted to talk about Janet on my show real quick.
Is it live now?
Yes. Did you see that when I tagged you in? Wasn't that simply just divine?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Madonna had to turn 50 before she was entered, and now Janet's 49 years old, turning 50, and now she's being on the ballot. So, you know, I'm not too surprised.
I'm not neither. I think she's going to do it, and I want to say that I grew up to Janet, and that's the only thing that me and Ephraim have in common, obviously, is Miss Janet. Alright, darling, well listen, it's been good talking to you. I just wanted to check in with you and get that insight about Janet, because I know she's doing her thing and you're at rehearsal. So good luck in rehearsal and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye. Okay, so that's the little tea about Janet. Let's see who else we can call. Let's call Ruben Alexander, honey. Let's see what she's up to. We'll talk with her about...
Hello.
Hi, is this Ruben?
Hi, yeah.
Hey, so today on my show I'm doing little things different. I just surprised Ephraim. I caught him in rehearsal, girl. I was gagging. I was like, what other gig you got? Anyways, because I was talking about Janet, I'm just throwing things out there. So what I want to do is I want to talk about this couples therapy, honey. What's the tea, girl?
Girl, that is the tea of everything, honey. Lipton tea, Bronno's tea, every tea, honey.
So you see that this coming episode, then next week they're bringing Joe Budden in, right?
Yes, I can't wait because we have Carmen Carrera there, this transgender Miss America.
Right, how do you think that's going to play out with Carmen being transgendered and him, like, 'cause I know that I seen in the preview where he had said to Carmen, you know, if some transgendered hit me up or whatever, I would go off. So do you think that do you think he on the low, girl?
Hey, girl, between me and you, we've been around the world and back. We know what the DL boys do and what they don't do.
Okay.
But I just gag about this man, Joe Budden, just talking his snacks on that about transgender.
I think Janice Dickinson is definitely going to make this show, and I think that the relationship between Carmen and Janice throughout the season is going to develop to something beautiful.
It could happen that way, but Janice Dickinson is like Jekyll and Hyde. She's
This is true. This is true. One day she's pro Carmen, the next day she's like, get this tranny out my studio.
Right. I actually loved like the first episode when she was very welcoming and
Right. She says, what do you mean you were born with no uterus?
I was like, yes, tell her. But you know, it was a cute moment. I think for not only trans community, for people gay coming out.
Right.
So I really think that was really, really nice the way that played out on that set. But I really can't wait for the rest of it. Like there's a lot of drama I can tell.
Can we get into Big Ange? Oh, not letting her man talk, honey.
A lot of us didn't know that Big Ange had throat cancer.
Is that why she talks like that?
Yeah, I thought she naturally sounded like that. And actually, in the beginning, they started talking about how she had throat cancer. She almost had to sell her house. How her husband is a bum, or whatever the case may be.
Well, he works for the state, according to him, honey. Let's give facts.
Honey, he built the house by hand, honey. So.
Oh, okay.
I think she's great. She also has Mob Wives coming out, in December.
So
I can't wait to see more of her.
Question: so, is the cancer gone from her throat now? Did they say, or is she just?
I believe she's a cancer survivor. I don't think she still has the cancer. There was more of the story. They didn't give us all the storyline. I had to Google some of it. But,
right.
She did have surgery, but it doesn't really talk about she's like a cancer survivor. So she's not labeled as a cancer survivor. But hope and prayer she don't have it. Big Ange is funny as hell on TV.
Okay. I'm Big Ange. He sent me a link about Carmen Carrera, who made a public video about removing her implants. And the reasoning behind that is because she feels that she's already has a pro being a trans individual, and her modeling career means everything to her, so she didn't want to give them another negative flaw to say, well, not only is she trans, her boobs are too big and she's not fitting any of the couture stuff. So she recently posted a picture and they're gone. How do you feel about that? Do you think she's going to work more, or do you think that's going to be the destruction of Carmen?
It has pros and cons with it, but like I said, whatever toots her horn, but I personally think it's going to be a drastic change for her. But whatever to get her money and her coins, honey, I'm down for whatever.
After seeing she's worth $2 million, I gagged. But...
Yes, honey, yes, I gagged when I sent you that link that she was worth $2 million.
Right.
I have a feeling her body's a little more of a squarish, so she might be getting SpongeBob around for his money, but hopefully not.
But I mean, I don't think, you know what, I kind of, that one's to be seen because, she's really bodied, proportioned well, not terribly too much like butt and hips, but I always thought she was thick on the bottom, you know what I mean? So I don't think that
I felt that her breasts, when she got them, it evened her out. It officially was like the signature at the end of that dot. Like, it evened her out. So for me, it's kind of weird to see her.
Without them, right.
Well, definitely me and you, we go way back with Carmen back in Connecticut Post
right.
days. So we seen her when she had nothing,
right.
And then we see when she got something. So it's like us as the viewers, as the sisters or fans, whatever you want to call us, it's like we're taking a back step, you know what I mean? So
right, and that's what I'm hoping, guys. I want you guys to realize out there that, and I'm sure a lot of you are thinking this is a step back for Carmen. If she made the decision to remove her breast to enhance her career, I think that at this point in her, matured trans life, she knows what she's doing. Will she get backlash? Probably.
Realistically, she has her name already, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it is what it is. So whether she wants to shave her head, Britney Spears bald, she already has her name.
Correct.
Her
Yeah.
brand. So
right.
If Bruce Jenner turns to Caityln Jenner, then I guess she can do it too, right?
Right, now there, girl. Okay, Carmen, we love you, girl, and we support you. Now let's talk about Miss Caityln, honey.
Miss Caityln. There's a little bit of rumors in the tabloid that I guess she wants to be called Bruce now.
Right. Yeah. Talking about, I personally think that Caityln is going to go far. She's got one foot in the grave anyway. She's almost 70. You know what I'm saying? And for somebody to go through all that traumatic stress of becoming a woman and then going back to a man to become a woman to a man, her body's not even there to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Was that shady one foot in the grave? I didn't mean that.
Like I said, these celebrities nowadays can do whatever the hell they want to do. Hopefully it's not a publicity stunt because now she is the face of the trans community.
Right.
So hopefully, it's all a hoax and stuff like that, and Caityln gets her life. But I'm pretty sure she's fine. Her name's already transferred to Caityln Marie Jenner.
Right. Yeah. So why would you go back? And I wasn't being shady by saying 1 foot in the grave. I was using an analogy so these people can get it.
There was no shade. That's all tea, honey. She's how she's like double my age.
Right. No, and I think she's doing well. I have agreed to disagree that I think that people are putting her too much on the trans pedestal without her living and actually incurring the scars. But if somebody can do it, and if it's Caityln, then let Caityln be our woman to do it. So that's pretty much how I feel.
Like I said, once again, with a lot of stuff in this world, a lot of pros and cons to everything that we do. Same thing with you and your production show. There might be pros and cons there. Same my life as a regular person. There's pros and cons, but it is what it is. What you make of it. So.
And my thing is, we'll never, ever please everyone. So I say salute to Caityln Jenner. Salute to everybody who's doing what they're doing. Carmen, Caityln. We talked about Janet today. We talked about the trans murders. Salute to everybody who is owning up and being just living life, because for a lot of times, even for me, being that I'm turning 38 this year, I existed for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? And when I say existing, that's just cohabitizing with whatever life is giving me. Let's call Mia.
Hello?
Hi, Mia.
Hi, Mr. Rainbow. How are you?
I'm doing well. I am doing something different for my show today, so I'm taping your live like right now, and I'm just calling random Facebook people just to talk about trending things. And I was like, let me call Miss Mia because nobody else is answering. They must be in the club. What you doing?
Hey, now.
So what you doing, girl?
Nothing. I'm back home. I just did this radio show gig for the Heart School in West Hartford.
How was it?
Yeah, it was really fun. Like, I mean, it was more like, you know, the straight boys. They talk about music and all that. So it was kind of cute to be part of that.
So what was you doing in a radio station with a bunch of straight boys? Mm-hmm.
I don't know, girl. You know, Miss Mia is trying to find a husband.
So let's talk a little bit about girl. Like, if you don't know Mia, Mia is, I met Mia maybe like a year now. Has it been about maybe a little over a year?
I think I would say 2 years, because I remember seeing you perform like when I was 18.
Oh, okay, so a little over 2 years ago, and Mia has come a long way. Mia is now transitioning, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
And so tell us about this journey. She was on the news. That's what I got. She was on the local news telling everybody the tea, honey. Because we were talking a little bit about trans murders earlier on in the show, and I called a couple other people. And then the biggest thing that's happening now, have you heard that about Carmen reducing, taking out her implants?
Yeah, I seen that. I wasn't sure what was happening until I kind of found out why she did it, and I think that's like really huge for, you know, the trans girls and the community. So I really applaud her for doing that.
Right, that's what I said. I was like, you know, if you're gonna do this to better your career and you don't want another, you know, no, because you're already trans working against you, so I got it. So what is your goal as far as the trans community? Are you looking to be an advocate? Or are you looking just to do your transition? Well, I would say you're not looking to do it quietly because you're everywhere. But so what do you want at the end of the tunnel for you?
Well, as I said in the Channel 3, you know, interview, what I really want to focus on, you know, I want to focus on transitioning, obviously, but after, when I'm done taking the, you know, correct medications and stuff, I want to, you know, reach out to other, you know, when I was doing drag, I felt complete, but something was still incomplete, and that was just when I was like, you know, fuck it, like, let me just do the transition, and I know I'll be happier. Because, you know, I never wanted to take the makeup off, you know, it's just crazy, but I just knew from there, I was like, let me just go after my dreams and go, you know, listen to my heart.
Well, we commend you for it here, and I had invited Mia to the show, and I'm still going to have you on the show, darling. I want to be able to prepare, you know, a show all around you and the transition, because you're right, it is brave, and I get hundreds of inboxes about transition, you know, male and female, and thanking me for at least spotlighting the trans community and caring about them. So I would love to again invite you to have you on the show. So this is all the time we have today. So everybody, this is Mia Monroe. I'm gonna invite her and we'll do a full real piece on her. I want to thank you for taking my call because everybody else is shady. They was in the club already at some 9:30. What's wrong with these people?
I got you.
I know these people.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, my love. And then we'll be in touch to bring you up to the show. Okay?
Definitely. I'm looking forward for that.
All right, kisses. Good night. Till next time, love yourself. Take care of yourself. Watch The Rainbow Show every Monday at 3 p.m. Check me out on Facebook.com/The Rainbow Show. And we'll see you next Monday. Double kisses. Good night.